Hey gang, what is going on? This is Zypher07 here, aka Z, and today we're going to be taking a look at the PS-13 Impetus, aka Mastermind Creations' take on a masterpiece, Vortex. So here we are. First, we'll take a look at its packaging here. Up front, you'll see a nice cartoon-ish cel-shaded image of Impetus there. PS-13, interrogation. Side here, got the full profile. On the back, armed copter to robot. There's a quick bio if you'd like to read that. There's text specs, just like the last one. He comes with a red decoder that we'll get out of the way now. Over the stats, there they are. Yada, yada, yada. He's smart. Bottom of the box, you got warnings and labels, as well as the full team. And Swindle is now disappeared because this came out first. Anyway, there's the top. Images of the toy, and, general package. Moving right along to accessories here, he comes with the same fold-out style book as instructions as Swindle. He also comes with the same style card. This is still not the best. It's kind of cardboard. There's his bio, pictures, and text specs. And now we're down to the last bit of stuff. First off, he comes with his blades. These apply by just taking your figure, spinning them around. This peg will go into this port on his back. Imagine that. Just like a helicopter. He has these two little blasters here. That'll peg on right there to his forearm. Port tab, whatever. Stick it in, and his head will fall off. I'll address that soon. And he has his gun, which has the flip out handle. Take him, open his hand, peg it in there. It'll slide in just like so, and you can close his fingers around that. And you have Impetus all armored up in his robot mode. And he is a good-looking Vortex. If we want to take him in here for a closer look. Nice painted red eyes, for his visor. Nice sculpt for the head. Mouth plate painted. I think all this blue is painted on this gray base. Minimal detailing, but that's the cartoon aesthetic. Joints in the knees, feet. Inside of the legs, a little hollow in here. That's for the transformation. There's the side. Not a bad profile. Looks like a helicopter bot. There's the back. Again, a little hollow down here. Overall, he's a good figure. All right, let's get on to articulation. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball-jointed... it's kind of like a double ball joint. So there's one in the base of the neck here. It can shift forward and back. It can do all the spinny. And then there's a second one in here where his head is actually applied to do more of the up and down and the quizzical and the rotating 360 degrees. And just like that, it likes to pop off. Blade spins. Arms go out to there. 90. Does a full 360 if you avoid the blades. On a universal joint, you have bicep swivel, double jointed elbow for, there goes his head. Double jointed elbow for about, it's well over 90. Moving down, the wrist is also on a swivel, I think. Yep, it's tight. I've never used it, surprise. Moving right along, he has a waist swivel. Nice and tight for the robot mode. He has an ab crunch, which is nice. Hip skirts on the front, on the side and the front and the back. Legs can go back to about there. Legs can kick forward to about there. And spread out to there. Thigh rotation. Single joint at the knee for a little under 90. Or maybe right at, just a little under actually. And he can do this leg if you want. That's for the combined mode. And he has ankle pivot. Alrighty. Size comparison wise, here is Vortex next to his Combiner Wars counterpart. Cool color scheme, not accurate. Next up, here he is with Masterpiece side swipe. It's a bit taller. And finally, here is Vortex with his conniving little buddy, Swindle. There you go. All right, so let's get right down to transformation. Alrighty, first thing we're gonna wanna do here is come to his accessories, take his gun, put it to the side, take the little blasters, also take them to the side. You can leave the rotor on for the transformation, however, I'm going to take it off just to make sure things are clearer for me. Alrighty, so let's get started. First thing you wanna do is come to the arms here, close up his hands, open this panel on his forearm, rotate his hand 180 degrees, close the forearm, and pull it open at this pin joint here, and it'll lock into place. Straight out his arm, rotate the bicep so it's facing down just like so, and do the same thing on the other side. Hand, bicep, straight, rotate. Next, you'll come to his head, you'll take it, you'll spin it 360 degrees, and just leave it right there. Next, we'll take the backpack here and untab it from these tabs right in here. Then we'll unclip it from the top there, and we can extend that joint. We'll come to the back here. This is some pretty neat engineering. You can activate that ab crunch just to clear away. Now we're going to take both of these, and we're going to kind of flex the plastic, unfortunately, out to the side a little bit, and lift up on these. They both tab in via these slots and little pegs in there. I'll pull it up all the way like that. Now we're just going to take one, and probably the one with the rotor inside, and bring it back down. Oh, nope, you're gonna fight me. Okay, we'll do the rotor first. Bring the other one back down. Then we can take it, trying not to pop his head off. Take the tail fin. I like to extend it just to be safe, and spin it just like so. Pull this down, push this up, rotate it again to clear the head, and we can extend all this out, and we'll deal with that in a minute. And then you'll want to do the same thing on the other side. Take it, lift it all up, rotate up, down, and extend this. And then rotate this and place it back there. All right, so now what we're gonna wanna do is come to the tail fin, take your nail, get it under here, maybe, and pull out this side of the tail fin, just like so. Then you're gonna wanna take these two little panels, spin them 180 degrees to complete that look. Fold that down, and the same thing on the other side. Extend, flip these 180 degrees. And then take the shoe halves, and we'll kind of set them close to each other, but we won't peg them in quite yet. All right, now we're going to work on the lower body. Starting down at the feet, what you're gonna wanna do, take this panel on the inside, fold it down, take the toe, flip it up, take his knee, pull it down just like so, and we're gonna want to pull out this wheel section and flip that panel out, taking the fist, or half the fist, and pulling it just like so. Then you're gonna wanna do the same thing on the other side, just basically exploding the robot mode. Alrighty. Then on the hinges in here, you're going to kind of double joint the legs down towards the center and peg them all together, just like so. Then we're just gonna take, now that there's the clearing at the knees, you can also flip these up. Now there's the clearing at the knees, we're just gonna take it and fold it back on a different set of hinges inside of here, not the ratchet joint. Keep that straight. And actually, quickly before you do that, we're going to open the side panels, flip the back and the front up, push this all the way in, and there are tabs that'll go into slots that'll just kind of compress this and just make everything sit flush. If you don't do this, everything will not align properly. All right, then push this the rest of the way back, making sure that this panel inside here stays flat. Fold it all the way back until the fist slides in, just like so. Then we can work on the arms here. And to take the arms, you're going to fold them all the way up while keeping the side that they're attached to straight, just up like that. All right, then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, keeping the tail fin straight. So now we can come alongside here, peg the tail together now that they're closer, all the way up. Alrighty. Make sure that these are both connected in here. Just do some finagling to make sure it all lines up. There we go. All right, and then there are 2 tabs here and here that'll go into slots right in there. And these J hooks will hook inside of the feet there. I'll click in just like so. Then you're going to take the top here, compress that down over the tab right there. Just like so. We're going to want to take the top here. These 2 tabs will go into these tabs on the feet. Fold that down, just double hinging so it all lines up, and it should plug in properly. Just like so. We're going to take the arms, fold them down on this hinge right here, collapse it, just like so, until it plugs in. Then we're going to take these 2 little front covers and pop them over. Then we're going to take these panels and close them just like so. And these panels will hook over, come together, and clip in right there to the bottom. Then you'll want to come here to his chest, flip this out. This is his back landing gear, and we'll come to the back here, which you're going to want to do. And unfortunately, mine is broken. These tabs on the tail fin were a little thin, and over time they just kind of wore until they eventually cracked. So what I like to do, I like to pull down these 2 little tail fins here, take the blade, spin it around, so yours would be uncompressed, and then you compress it again to clip it, and then once they're both connected together well enough, then you could push it back out and make a working blade. Unfortunately, mine, if it's not friction together, does not stay. So I just like to push it there, and it looks fine static. It's not like I'm going to be spinning the tail blade. Alrighty, then we'll place them here. Then we're going to come to the blade here. We can open it up. Now we can actually take the blade from its robot mode and pull out and extend just like so. This will plug into the top there, just where it did in robot mode. There we are. Then we're going to want to take the blasters, and then we'll plug into these little ports right there. Just like so. Alrighty, and there we have Vortex in his helicopter mode. And in this mode, there are a few new details revealed, so we'll take a quick look at it. Nice window detailing along the side. It's this one, and this one. These are all see-through plastic, and this one on a gray base. These up here are painted, as well as this one. The ones up top are also painted. Same thing on the other side. Nice little details throughout. There are the guns, there's the tail fin. Articulation-wise, the front rotors do spin for a little bit. Wheels do roll. He can roll, like flying things should be able to do, obviously. And you can compress all the gear, just like so, to make a more coherent flying vehicle. One other feature, if we do some untransforming, we can plug in the gun. So we just come to the bottom here, unplug this, pull out to the side, and you're going to want to get your fingernails right in there to push this front bit down. See if I can do it. I always struggle with it. There we go. Just like so. little circular tab. It is formed out of 2 pieces, so it won't always be the securest, but you can put this all back together. Alrighty. Now, what you're going to want to do, take your gun, flip up the handle, and that port, or that peg will go into that port. And there is your cartoon accurate Vortex vehicle mode. Alrighty, size comparison wise, here is Vortex next to his Combiner Wars counterpart. And here he is next to Masterpiece Sideswipe. Alrighty, let's get down to transformation number 2. Now to get him back into, into his arm mode, we're going to have to do some transforming back kind of into the robot mode. So we're going to want to do, take this landing gear, fold that up. These can stay. We're going to come to the tail fin. We're just going to close it all up, rotate this around. Take these 2 fins, fold them up, and rotate this all the way, kind of so it looks like that. Then we're going to split the tail fin just at the top here. Fold this down, fold this piece back in. Take this panel, twist it down, fold it in, fold that panel out. That just allows for a more coherent look in the final combine on. Then we're going to come to the blades. I normally compress them for this mode just so they look a little bit more streamlined. Just like so. Now we're going to come to the top. We're going to undo these 2 caps, open the arms, and push them up just to get them out of our way. Do the same thing with the whole back panel. Now we're going to come in here, got to undo the bottom, just like so, undo the wheel tabs, and we're going to take this port and just float it back up. Your finger under here, flip up these little roof panels, and we're about ready to start doing the hand transformation. So we're going to take them, crack them at the halfway point, just like so. I'm going to pull out all of this, just like we're going back into robot mode, all the way into the legs, just like so. We're going to come here, fix the waist. This will allow for extra articulation. Unplug from each side, pull this out, close these, and it'll rest on top. Now we'll come to the back here, and inside, you can push out your landing gear a little bit. This square section right there actually has a hinge that'll fold out, and this will be your connecting port. And then to lock that in, this little panel right here will fold up and clip on over that, just like so. And you can put your landing gear away. Next, at the waist, you want to rotate it 90 degrees so that the elbow is facing forward. Then we're going to come to the hands here. We can unplug them just like so, fold them around, take the fingers on this side, fold them all the way out, take the thumb, fold it around, and there you go. Take the fingers, fold them out, and then these 2 halves will plug together, just like so. And these 2 roof panels will go back over the faux windshield part. Right there, just like so. We're going to take the hand, we're going to fold it down on the back. We're going to fold in these panels again. Keep the front windshield for the helicopter mode still up so that these tabs right there will go into these cutouts when you compress it. Just like so. Fold in your landing gear. Orient your hand the way it's supposed to be oriented. We're going to come to here. And I just like to transform this up top, just like so. Make sure everything's plugged together. Just like so. Put the caps down. And then on all these joints, I just kind of fold it down and then put it under these J-hooks. Make sure it's all compressed. And just like that, there we have Vortex in his arm mode. And it is an arm, just like the leg. It is an arm. Articulation-wise, it can kind of do that if you need it to. You probably won't ever need it to. It'll have elbow rotation or bicep rotation. You can get up to there with this joint, and using his leg joints, you can get a little bit more motion up to there, which is nice. Down at the wrist, you have rotated hand, fingers here, thumb is on a ball joint and a pin. So you can get all this motion, and then 2 pins here and here to get a bendy action. Rest of the fingers are on pins here and here and here inside the finger. So you can get each with 3 knuckles. And that is about it for arm mode. Same details carry through in both modes. There's the side, there's the front. And we'll talk about more of this in the Bruticus review. So let's get down to robot mode and talk about final thoughts. Final thoughts here. It's another grand slam, I think, for Ocular Max here. It was a great offering, besides the minor little breakages here and there. The inside, just all of the engineering put into that tail fin, the fact that the wrist can come out and still have that rotating motion is really nice. I do enjoy the ab crunch that this one has added. I enjoy that you can still rotate the back, or transform the back, sorry, while having the rotor attached. I'll just say it's a great figure, well painted in the places you need it to be, and plastic for playability. And yeah, that's about my positives. Negatives, some of these clip-ons kind of around the legs when you're trying to manipulate it kind of, you know, don't always plug in the best. The breakage in that one fin and a few stress marks I have. Besides that, it's a great offering and it works well. It does what it's trying to do, and that's about all I have to say about him. So keep a lookout for the other reviews on my channel. This has been Z. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on next time when we take a look at Onslaught. Keep loving what you love. Stay nerdy.